All right, it looks like we are live for the first time ever here on Dodgers Digest. I want to thank everybody who's joining on. Just going to have to double check here to make sure we are live. This is the first time we're doing this. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a pretty fun ride here for those that are, yep, it looks like we're live. Thanks to Darius Dominguez who helped us out here getting this all set up. Takes a lot to get a live stream set up for sure here on YouTube. This is the first time I've ever gone live, basically, like ever for me on YouTube. Like I'm mainly a radio guy. For those of you that have followed me on social media, you can follow me at the Mike Nelson Show on Instagram for all my kind of stuff that I have going on. But yeah, I'm mainly a radio guy. This is the first time that I've ever gone live on YouTube. So we're gonna be doing this every Friday morning in the off season. Every Friday morning, we're gonna be doing this at 9 a.m. Pacific, so it'll be noon Eastern every Friday, at least during the off season. Hopefully, Brad can join me on in a couple weeks. I'll be doing the first couple ones here with you guys by myself, and then hopefully Brad, Jay can join on. I'm Mike Nelson, by the way, for those that are for the first time watching the channel. I know a lot of you want to thank everybody who's already hit the sub button, but if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. We got 30% of you who have already subscribed to the channel, the ones who are, watching these videos, but 70% of you have not subscribed yet. We're going to be doing a lot of this stuff. We're going to do, like I said, live stream every Friday morning at 9 a.m. We're going to be doing this sort of thing, doing a live stream, and then we're going to be doing a lot of live streams once the season starts as well. So, going to be probably doing some watch-alongs, so that should be really fun. I'm going to try to pull up the comments here so I can take a look at what everybody's saying, because it's like my first time doing this, but this is pretty fun. But anyway, yeah, this is definitely the first time doing this sort of live stream. Of course, in this live stream, we're going to be talking about everything that's going on with the Dodgers. There's a lot of stuff going on, as we know, with Dodger baseball. It's been a crazy off season, to say the least. It's been absolutely nuts. All the acquisitions the Dodgers have been making, and I think what surprised me the most of this off season has to be the latest acquisition, right? The latest acquisition of getting Roki Sasaki. That's why we chose Roki for the thumbnail. Has to be, I know there was, for a long time, the Dodgers were favored to sign Roki Sasaki, right? I mean, that was kind of a given, as the days went along, as the months went along. Early on, there was, people were saying that the Dodgers already had like a done deal with Roki. That obviously was not the case, right? Because at first, it was like saying, "Oh no, he's gonna go to the Dodgers," and like it's done, right? But actually, it ended up being more of a competition, right? I mean, there's like 20 teams involved at first, and then it ended up getting down to like Toronto, the Dodgers and San Diego, right? It was like three teams, like seriously close to getting Roki, right? And I think, San Diego kind of fell out there because of, all the ownership issues that they're having. And ended up being, Toronto or LA. Kind of strange how it was like that with Ohtani, too, right? A year earlier. But Toronto, once again, falls short of, getting Roki's, getting a player, getting a star player. I know they picked up Max Scherzer, a player that was formerly on the Dodgers, but I think Max Scherzer is kind of over the hill. Luckily, we got a star pitcher, a pitcher that has yet to, really, he hasn't proved anything yet in Major League Baseball. He's never pitched before here, but he has all the upside to be, a huge star. I think that's what I think everybody's very excited about. Roki Sasaki coming to LA because he has a lot of upside. He has basically a lot of potential to be, a star pitcher on this team. So now I'm going to head over here to the chat. This is the first time I'm doing this. Going to head over here to make sure I can see, not go off the air. But I want to thank the people who are watching this video so far. I want to thank was Genesis Bats saying you're live. Yeah, hopefully I'm live. If not, you guys wouldn't be able to see me. But yeah, Christopher, thanks for watching. Johnny Boy, let's go Dodgers. Oh, Christopher has a question. So, do you guys think Jack Flaherty is going to the Angels? Well, I mean, I think, to be honest, I think that would be a huge pickup. We don't talk Angel baseball here, but maybe there's some closet Angel fans out there. But I do think this would be a big pickup for the Angels, right? To get Jack Flaherty. I think it'd be a huge pickup for the Angels to get him, and I think Jack Flaherty is still considered a good pitcher. He's not like he's a pitcher that is like over the hill or anything. I think he's still not, I don't know, a star pitcher, but he's still a good good to average pitcher, right? I think I would say with Jack Flaherty, right? I don't know if he's at the same level to be with the Dodgers. I think it's the right decision to let Jack Flaherty go. I clearly think that's obviously with picking up Blake Snell and Roki Sasaki. I think that's the obvious decision. I think they had to let Jack Flaherty go. But yeah, I think he could go to the Angels. I think it's going to be I don't know how. It's just kind of weird. I don't think a lot of teams want Jack Flaherty. I think there hasn't been a lot of interest. So we'll see. He might go back to Detroit too. Let's keep going through the comments. Oh yeah, we got Dodger Fest tomorrow. That's right. Dodger Fest tomorrow is going to be that's going to be nuts, right? For those of you that are going to be out there. I wish I could be out there, but it's going to be for sure those fans that are going to Dodger Fest, it's going to be crazy because why is Dodger Fest going to be better this year than other years? Well, it's because of one reason. The Dodgers won the World Series, right? I mean, because if the Dodgers hadn't won the World Series, it'd still be fun, but I mean, there's a lot more to celebrate this year. I mean, this is the ultimate celebration time as a Dodger fan, right? This is like the biggest, at least for me in my lifetime, because I was around when the Dodgers won in 2020. Of course, it's only been 5 years ago, and I remember celebrating for that. I remember celebrating in the streets, even though it was coronavirus, and obviously in LA and California, you couldn't do anything. But I think a lot of people still celebrated. At least I did. And tomorrow, right now, there's still a lot of celebration going on with the Dodgers, right? There's still, because the World Series just ended, 2-3 months ago, and I think there's still a lot of fans out there that are wanting to celebrate, that are excited, and Dodger Fest is going to be absolutely crazy tomorrow, right? It's going to be nuts. It's going to be probably a national story. You're going to see Dodger Fest all over Sports Center. You're going to see people talk about it, not just in LA, because it's going to be that crazy, right? I think it will. I think it's going to be one of the craziest Dodger Fest that we have seen in a long time. I really think it's going to be absolutely nuts, right? I don't know what you guys think. Tell me if you're going to go. We got a lot of comments. I'm going to go through it right now, but I thought that was a good comment there by Yuta Chan. Dodger Fest tomorrow, because yeah, it's going to be it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be absolutely nuts. I think fans are. See, here's the thing. I think us Dodger fans, we deserve everything that's happening right now to the team. I think we definitely deserve everything that's happening to the Dodgers right now, because here's the thing. The Dodgers suffered for so long. Think of all the years the Dodgers won the division and didn't win anything, right? I mean, I think that's more than enough suffering, to say the least, right? I mean, the Dodgers were, sure, they've been with Dave Roberts, they have been in the playoffs year in and year out. They have been obviously a team that has been consistently in the playoffs, right? But at the same time, they've only won 2 World Series, right? And one of those was in the bubble, and a lot of fans around baseball didn't really like that. They never really gave us credit for it, right? Us Dodgers, like I said, I celebrated the 2020 World Series with no issue. But a lot of fans around baseball really gave us they gave us they just didn't really like the idea that we were winning at a 60 game season. It's totally it's bullshit, right? I mean, come on, because it was a World Series, right? I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It absolutely doesn't matter. It counts as a World Series, but a lot of fans out there didn't accept that, right? So I think it's ridiculous. I think we won that World Series fair and square. I mean, everybody, all 30 teams are trying to win, but I think this 2024 World Series kind of confirmed that we have been the best team in the last decade. Or arguably, maybe we're not the best team yet in the 21st century, but if we win a few more World Series, it will be, right? We'll become the best team in the 21st century to kick off these first 25 years. We're already quarter of the way there in the 21st century. And I really think that, if the Dodgers can win multiple World Series, it's going to really change a lot, right? But anyway, I think, we deserve everything that's happening. I think we've had enough suffering. It's ridiculous if people say that, we're cheating the rules or we're getting all these players, because everybody can get these players. I mean, there's no rules against it. The Dodgers have lost enough. We've lost too many playoff series. We deserve everything that's happening. That's what I say. Hands down, I just subscribed now. Thanks a lot. Good morning to Cesar. Good morning. Everett, go Dodgers. Cesar says, I go to Angel games for cheaper beer and enjoy a baseball game. Well, I don't know. I've been to Angel Stadium a few times. I remember I've actually been to Angel Stadium for a lot of Dodgers Angels games. Well, obviously because I want to see the Dodgers, right? So I think I've been to like 3 or 4 of those, in my lifetime. So I remember I went to one of those Dodgers Angels, what was it? Dodgers Angels game at Angel Stadium. It was like I think it was like maybe I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, and it was just too hot. That's what I did not like about Angel Stadium. The weather is absolutely it's just too hot there. I mean, Dodger Stadium, we have some hot days, but we always get that nice breeze. That's what makes Dodger Stadium so awesome, right? Because LA, as we know, is a warm city in the summer, and obviously baseball is a summer sport, as it should be, right? I mean, we're playing outside, but have you seen how cold it's been recently? But anyway, yeah. So baseball is a summer sport, right? Which is obviously a given, but with baseball being a summer sport, I think Dodger Stadium is absolutely it's perfect, right? I think it's perfect. It's a great place to go watch a baseball game. We got the breeze. We got it's always cooler there in Elysian Park, right around there. So whereas Angel Stadium, it's just no breeze. It's so hot. That's what I don't like about Angel Stadium. I think that's what makes it a bit uncomfortable, at least for me. I mean, I think it's a place where I think it's a little bit too warm, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, I guess people like to go. It's a little cheaper, obviously, than the Dodgers. But come on, we know why it's cheaper. The Angels are an absolute joke, right? I mean, they've been an absolute joke. And like, if you guys, the ones that were subscribed a long time ago, way back in the summer, remember that video I made on Artie, the worst owner in sports? And I still stand by that. Artie Moreno is the worst owner in sports. I don't know what you guys think, but I think he is. I think he's the worst owner. I think he's done a horrible job with the Angels. And, yeah, let's go Stockton. I don't like Mookie at shortstop. Our defense is going to be below average. I like Mookie Betts in the outfield, too. I think it's a controversial opinion, but I do think Mookie Betts is better suited in the outfield, too. I like him out there. I think he's one of the greatest defensive outfielders of his generation. I really think so. I don't know what you guys think, but I think he's one of the greatest defensive outfielders that we have ever seen in the last 10, 20 years. And he's obviously he's not a bad shortstop. I mean, it's not like he's a below average or a shortstop that's not good. But I'm just saying, I think I think he's one of the best at that outfield position. I really think so. And the Dodgers choose to put him in the shortstop position, but yeah, I would have him in the outfield. Flaherty is an asset. Yeah, I think he's a good pitcher. Like I said, I would not put him anymore. I would not sign him to the Dodgers just because they already got Blake Snell and Roki Sasaki, and probably going to be having Clayton Kershaw as well, right? Which you guys know, I have a very controversial opinion on that. My buddy Brad J says we got to sign Clayton Kershaw. I really think it's time to let Clayton Kershaw go. I know a lot of fans don't like that, but I really think the Dodgers, should let him go. I think at this point of his career, he's better suited to be a coach, somebody that's just going to be out there to motivate the guys. I really think on the mound he doesn't have a lot to offer anymore. And that's just my opinion there on Clayton Kershaw. Dodgers Fest going to be held in the parking lot instead of the stadium, so it's not going to be as good. But still, come on, it's going to be, celebrating a World Series. I mean, that's going to be the highlight of the day. I mean, celebrating the World Series that has been, I think it's been a long time coming. It's felt like that, right? Because even though they won in 2020, we didn't have a proper celebration. I mean, we had a proper celebration this time. I mean, it was absolutely nuts in downtown LA. It was absolutely crazy. It was one of the biggest celebrations I've ever seen. It's got to be up there. I mean, I haven't been around for that many. Maybe some of you have been around for, obviously 88. Maybe tell me how 88 was. I wasn't around. I missed that. But I think the other celebrations that were similar to this one, at least in LA, have to be 2008 and 2010, the Lakers, right? I mean, come on, that was absolutely fun and awesome to watch the Lakers, win the championship. That felt like a long time coming too, because they hadn't won for 6 years, right? I mean, 2002 to 2008, and then they beat the Celtics, and the celebration in the Coliseum. So that was really fun. I remember that. I was young, but I remember the Lakers celebrations. It has to be around. It has to be similar to what we saw with the Dodgers this year. I really think it's on parallel in terms of just the hype and just the craziness, right? Got some comments here. Yeah, I will be at Dodger Fest. Fans Fest will be in the parking lot. Will be crazy. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. That's good that you're going. And yeah, Dodger Fest is gonna be absolutely nuts. And I hope everybody's got to get out there, right? Everybody's got to get out there. I think Dodger fans, this is the time to celebrate, because we're at the top of the world. We're at the top of the world, and yeah. John says we're still in the off season until March 17th. Yeah, we're still in the off season. We're gonna be doing these live streams every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific in the off season. And when the season starts, it's probably going to change days, just because, the Dodgers will be playing games and all that. So we'll probably do it on a different day, or maybe a couple days a week, depending on how these go. And then we're going to be doing watch-alongs too, right? So that you're going to see me here talking on the screen. Maybe because here's the thing. Nobody really listens to radio anymore, right? I mean, maybe some of you still do. It hurts me because I'm a radio guy, right? But I think radio, it's not the same as before. And I think these watch-alongs are going to be the future of people listening to games. When let's say the Dodgers are playing and you're driving, and you're missing the game, you can always just head over to Dodgers Digest and click on the live stream, and we'll be bringing you the game. We're not going to be bringing you video of the game because we don't have rights to broadcast Dodger games here, but we'll be bringing you the live play-by-play. And it will be done like the boring way. See, because this is what's awesome about YouTube, and it's awesome about this channel, is that we're not the typical boring, uptight, nerdy sports channels here. Because look at me. I got long hair. I got a leather jacket on. You're not going to see me wearing a tie. I bring you sports like nobody else. And Brad J is the same way. I mean, Brad J is a legend at this. This guy is doing X Games right now. So we're not like the typical, I'm not going to name the other channels or name the other TV stations. We're not boring like that. See, we bring it to you in a totally different way, a totally different, way of bringing you the content. So I think that's what is going to make us stand out here. So we're one of a kind. You're going to see once we start doing these, live streams, myself and Brad. It's going to be fun. We're going to be doing these together in a few weeks. And it's not going to be like anybody else. So like I said, we're the best Dodger channel out there. Stand by it. Make sure to hit the sub button if you're watching us for the first time, because I know a lot of you are probably hopping in and saying, "Who's that long-haired dude talking Dodger baseball?" Right? Well, if you've never seen the channel before, or maybe if you're watching the videos but you don't know if you want to subscribe or not, I think you should, because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff on here, and it's not going to be like the other channels that are kind of, let's be honest, they're boring. I don't even watch them. I mean, if you like, like I've said it before, the Petros and Money Show, that's my kind of content. Petros Papadakis, Matt Money Smith, that's the kind of sports radio, sports content I want to see, right? Or I want to hear. Too bad we don't get to watch those guys. That'd be nuts. But that's the kind of content that I like watching, and that's going to be fun, right? So we're going to do a lot of that kind of stuff. We're gonna do a lot of cool stuff. So let me go through the comments here. I've been talking too much, and I think the fans, they got to get a voice too. Antonio Perez, love your podcast. Seeing you guys from Juarez, Mexico. All right, awesome. Hola Antonio, ¿cómo estás? All right, my beer, food, tickets expected to increase in cost. Parking lot not owned. Expect. Yes. Well, yeah. I think we've seen. That's a good point, my. Yeah, I think we've seen some. At least I think I did. A few days ago. Yeah, a few days ago I saw a post on Instagram. I think it was Instagram. It was like a screenshot. I don't remember who posted it. I can't believe which Dodgers beat writer posted it, but we saw a post, a screenshot of what reportedly just grabbing my charger here, but I don't want the computer to go out here on the video. But I saw a post on Instagram. I believe it was a couple days ago, about reportedly what the prices of beer and food are going to be, and they're it's pretty high. I mean, it's pretty crazy. I don't have it pulled up right now, but I believe it was like $20 for a beer. It's going to be pretty nuts, the prices for sure. And I think the Dodger dogs are going to go up too. So it's going to be something else. It's going to be crazy. I think the prices and yeah, it's going to be something that I think a lot of people are going to be, you're going to have to pay for it now. The Dodgers, won the World Series, and obviously they're going to charge more because they're expecting more fans to be interested, and going to see Dodger baseball, right? I think that's a given, right? I think a lot more fans are going to be interested in going to see Dodger baseball, so those prices are going to go up, which is, too bad, because I think, let's be honest. I mean, here's another thing too. These other channels, these other media networks, they don't tell you how like it is. See, like me, if you guys have been watching the channel since July when we started this, like if the Dodgers play like shit, I'm going to tell you. And, other channels are not going to do that. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to say it like that. They're not going to be honest. And I am. So if the Dodgers are playing bad, I'm going to say it, I'm going to call it like it is. And like this, I'm going to call it like it is. Sports has gotten way too expensive. It's gotten like ridiculously expensive. That's obviously unfortunate, because I think a lot of younger fans are losing the opportunity to go to watch baseball games, right, or watch sports, right, which is pretty sad, because I think at least for me, I got a chance to go to a lot of games when I was younger, and I think a lot of people now can't afford that, right, because it's just gotten too expensive, and yeah, that has to do now. The Dodgers are going to be expensive, right? Mookie's great second. My saying would like him more in the outfield. Like I said before. My says Kershaw needs his last year to showcase his greatness. I think we know Kershaw is great. He's going to go to the Hall of Fame. I think it's time to let him go. Will you video live games? Maybe. Say aside, I'm at work right now listening. That's good. Won't say it too loud, but come on. We're all doing what we're not supposed to be doing at work, right? Everybody is, right? I think come on. But, yeah, thanks everybody for watching, though. It's been pretty nuts. This is the first live stream, and we're already getting, like, a bunch of comments, and it's been pretty crazy. I think we would not be where we're at, though, right now if it weren't for the Dodgers winning the World Series, right? I mean, come on. Dodgers won the World Series, this channel was, like, exploded. That's basically, you could ask anybody here, Digest Media, about that, and ask Brad, ask me. Once the Dodgers won the World Series, everything blew up. So we're going to be doing this 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every Friday morning. The Dodgers live stream here on the channel, talking about anything, really. Ask me about, Dodger baseball. And, I'm a big rock and roll guy, too, so you want to follow me on Instagram, go to The Mike Nelson Show on Instagram. My says, you and Brad speak to us like we're sitting in a group having beer, talking Dodgers. Keep it real, and it's cool. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. See, that's exactly what we're about, because these other guys on TV, they suck. I mean, they're just going to be wearing a suit and tie. They're going to be saying they're going to have a script. See, look, I have no script. Got zero scripts here. I'm just talking from the heart. I'm just saying what I feel. I'm going to butcher words, but I'm just saying what I want to say, and that's it. So that's what it's about here. We don't do scripts here, because that's what radio is about, really. And I'm a radio guy. I'm not a TV guy, so it's all about talking. It's all about just getting your thoughts out and just being spontaneous, right? I mean, that's what it should be about. Being spontaneous and just kind of talking. So what is okay? Unfortunately, I'm only able to catch them visiting Colorado, but tickets should be essentially be limited like a luxury tax. Yeah, talking about Colorado, I absolutely love Coors Field. I don't know if you Dodger fans out there, especially when we're playing at Coors Field, it's absolutely crazy, right? I mean, we got like the whole place is Dodger fans. It's fun, right? So if you ever want to go to a really cool stadium and you want to visit and you want to go with Dodger fans, go watch the Dodgers Rockies game at Coors Field, because it's crazy. I mean, I've been to Coors Field a couple times, luckily. I mean, I went to go see, the Rockies and the A's, and then I went to go see the Rockies and the Dodgers a few years back. I've been very lucky. I've been to so many ballparks. I've been to all the National League West ballparks. I've been to San Diego. I've been to Arizona. I've been to San Francisco many times. I've been to Colorado. And I've been to, I believe, all American League West stadiums, too. I've been to Texas, Houston. I was at the first Dodgers-Astros series after the scandal in 2021. It was absolutely crazy. I was there. It was in May of 21, right? May of 20. Yeah, it was right. Well, we were still closed in California, right? We know what that was about. But if you went, I went to Texas in May of 21, and it was fun. It was absolutely crazy. I went to both games. It was like a Tuesday, Wednesday. It was on my birthday too. It was pretty crazy. And I got a chance to watch the Dodgers and Astros. Yeah, that was fun. So that was super fun. Yeah, that will be some memory I'll always have. But yeah, Coors Field, going back to what the question there, I believe the comment was Coors Field is really fun. Go watch a baseball game at Coors Field. It's absolutely crazy. It's like, as I get my morning coffee, because it's really early. I mean, see, I'm not a morning guy. Of course, when you work in radio and all that, you got to get up. But still, it's still tough to get up, right? But I'm up here today. I'd be asleep right now. But anyway, I'm up here today to talk Dodger baseball with you guys, which is absolutely fun. But see, like I said, we're just talking about whatever we just talk about whatever here. We're not going to be following some script. Oh yeah, I just wanted to also say I had it prepared here on my little studio. Is that Ryan Brasier designated for assignment? Hopefully everybody can see that. Ryan Brasier designated for assignment, and Dodgers announced that Ryan Brasier, this was last night, right? I just wanted to kind of give the breaking news. And that's, of course, due to Kirby Yates. We've been talking about this for weeks, about Ryan Brasier, right? Last couple weeks. Dodgers still have 5 days to explore trade possibilities before they need to place Brasier on waivers. Waivers are a 48-hour process. So they'll be so obviously this is what we've been talking about, right? Ryan Brasier on his way out, and now we just got to wait and see who trades for him. That's obviously not a huge story because we kind of already been talking about that the last few days. It's not too much of a surprise, but just wanted to kind of throw that out there for those of you that maybe missed that story last night. Ryan Brasier designated for assignment on his way out. We won't see him pitch for the Dodgers ever again, probably. And we wish nothing but the best to Ryan, who's going to be, on another team for sure. I'm sure somebody will get him. Got Rich. Any update on the uniforms? Are they going to go back to? I wouldn't know. Wouldn't know about that. I'll look up that info though and talk about it next week. Got my says Dodger Stadium's the most expensive to attend. Yeah, it has to be now. I think it probably used to be Yankee Stadium because New York City is like super pricey too, right? New York City. Thanks a lot, Jeremy. Appreciate it. That's that New York City super pricey. And I think Dodger Stadium is going to be that's going to be something that it's going to be super pricey next year for sure. But we'll see. I mean, I think the Dodgers. I would rather have a pricey ballpark than a team that stinks. Right? The Dodgers don't stink at all, so that's the good thing. Robin says the fire. Oh yeah, it was absolutely fucking awesome, right? I mean, think about it. We had almost like a mini Nirvana reunion last night, right? With Dave Grohl, playing the Nirvana songs. That was fun, right? So yeah. I see. These are funny things. I forgot it was on last night. I completely forgot. So I kind of missed it. So I'll have to go on YouTube. Somebody should have reminded me, man. Like I completely forgot about the fire. I saw the what's it called? The highlights or the clips, I saw the stuff on Instagram and all that later, the reels and all that, whatever. So yeah, I saw that. It was fun. Says, are you going to drink coffee from a shoe like Brad J? No, I'm not. Sorry. Not going to drink coffee. We'll have to find something else when I lose a bet. But see, I'm not a betting guy. Like, I don't bet. But yeah, I know as we move along, we're going to have to figure something out because, Brad is like, come on, I'm telling you, this guy is one of a kind. This guy is absolutely crazy. He's nuts. Drinking coffee out of his shoe, that was nuts. I mean, I didn't think he was going to do it. I really did not think Brad was going to do it. If you guys missed this because maybe you weren't subscribed yet, when the Dodgers lost, was it Walker Buehler, right? Brad J said, Dodgers are going to sign Walker Buehler, and if they don't sign Walker Buehler, I'm going to drink coffee out of a dirty shoe. And that's what he did. It took him a few days. Remember, he was on the road. I believe it was the holidays. He wasn't home, but he held up his side of the bet. He filmed it. It was live it wasn't live, but I mean, he recorded it, and he put it on Dodgers Digest for the whole world to see, and it was fun. It was crazy. I watched it too. Maybe the next time Brad loses a bet, he's going to have to do it live here on the live stream, right? So there's no edits or anything, right? Because you never know. Somebody could be editing doing some crazy edits to get that done, right? But no, I don't think so. Brad's not about that. He's a stand-up guy, and he drank. He did in fact drink coffee from a dirty shoe. There's no doubt about it. So yeah. My says didn't expect to see Brasier go. Well, I talked about it last couple weeks that he was going to get traded. I because it's 4.5 million, and the Dodgers got Tanner Scott and they got what's it called, Kirby Yates, right? I mean, they got two basically all-star relief pitchers, two of them. It's crazy. The Dodgers have more. They have a better bullpen in 2025 than they did in 2024. And last year, the Dodgers had, the best bullpen in baseball. Sure, they might have not been the best bullpen during the regular season, but who won the World Series? The Dodgers did. And why did they win the World Series? They won the World Series because of the bullpen. There's no other reason why. The Dodgers didn't have starting pitching. They were completely decimated by injuries. I mean, that's the truth. They were decimated with injuries. They only had Jack Flaherty and Yoshinobu Yamamoto, basically. That's who they had as starting pitchers. It's crazy to think, and Walker Buehler, right? It's crazy to think how the Dodgers won the World Series, but they did it, right? But think about it. Glasnow was out. Clayton Kershaw was out. Everybody was out, right? And the Dodgers still found a way to win the World Series, and it's because of the bullpen. Now the Dodgers got a couple more stars, and that's going to be fun. Says I think Ryan still has some good stuff in him. Well, yeah, but the Dodgers got a couple star relievers, and I think the Dodgers had to let him go. Robin says so good. Yeah, it was super fun. The Fire Aid concert. Says sucks Brasier leaving, but they have no room for him. What's the deal with the Arenado rumors? Well, here's my take on that. I think we talked about it a few weeks ago, but my opinion on that is that I think the Cardinals don't want to trade him to the Dodgers. I really think so. I think the Cardinals do not want to trade him to the Dodgers. I think they have made that decision as a team, which is kind of unfortunate, but I like Nolan. I think he's a good player. It's too bad. I think that, yeah, I don't know. The Dodgers, they have a lot of the third base situation is going to be a big question mark with Max Muncy, because Max Muncy, he wasn't very good last year, right? Pitched, he played well in the playoffs, but not pitched well. He played well in the playoffs, but during the regular season, he wasn't very good, right? So the Dodgers had to make a decision on the third base, and Nolan could be that answer. But I think the Cardinals do not want to trade him to the Dodgers. I think the Cardinals do not want to trade him to the Dodgers, and they're just like, they don't want to do it. They don't want to trade him, and it's unfortunate because we get that all the time, right? I think we get that stuff all the time, of just people not wanting to trade to us, kind of sabotaging us. That's obviously been like that for years. I mean, the Dodgers have had that problem for years. Teams not wanting to trade us players because of, they're afraid of us. Well, come on, we're the best baseball team in the world right now. But, I mean, I'm just saying this goes back like a long time. It's not like last year kind of thing. This isn't the luxury tax era problem. This isn't the deferred money issue problem. This goes back like many years with people not wanting to trade players to the Dodgers, right? So I think him not coming to LA or him not getting traded to the Dodgers, it has to do with that, because let's be honest, Nolan wants to come to the Dodgers. He wants to come. That has already been reported. That is confirmed. That is like, that's a done deal. This guy wants to come to L.A., and he's been wanting to come to L.A. for quite a bit. So he wants us, right? He wants to be wearing Dodger blue, and I just think the Cardinals don't want to trade him. So that's my opinion on the Nolan rumors. Robin says, I watched it all. So many great artists. Yep, super fun. It was really fun, Fire Aid. Says Arenado's washed. I don't think he's washed. I think he's still got he's got some baseball left. I really think so. My says we're the most hated team. Other fans need to go after their own team owners. Oh, come on. That's another good point. I mean, the Dodgers are the most hated team in baseball. Let's be honest. They have to be. They are the most hated team in baseball. And honestly, I like it. I don't know what you guys think, but I like it. I like the idea of the Dodgers being the most hated team because it just shows that we are the best. The hated teams are always the most hated teams are always the best teams. It's that simple in sports. Look at the NFL, which has been under a lot of controversy as of late, but the Kansas City Chiefs are the most hated team in football, and that's because they've won a couple of Super Bowls and they're might win a third one, and they've gotten a lot of help. That's that too, but the Dodgers are the most hated team because they just won the World Series, and because they're doing the best job possible to get better for 2025. I mean, that's not. I'm not trying to sound biased there because that's another thing too. I'm not a biased fan. Like I'm pretty in the middle. Right now I sound like I'm biased because they just won the World Series, right? But we know the Dodgers are going to go through some rough patches in the regular season, and it's all going to go out the window. My positive energy, but anyway, the Dodgers are the most hated team in baseball. Right? I mean, they have to be. They're the most hated team in baseball, and it's for good reason, right? It's for good reason because they are, a team that's been, obviously, winning. They won the World Series. They're up there with one of the greatest teams in the 21st century, and they're picking up all these great players. They're doing all the right things, right? They're doing everything the right way and trying to get better for the 2025 season. They're doing everything the right way, right? I mean, that's basically the truth. And I'm not trying to sound biased. They're doing everything the right way to get better for next year. And I think that's why people hate us for that. And, I have, family members that root for other teams. And also I got friends that root for other teams. And you'd be surprised the hate that we're getting right now. It's crazy. But I love it because we deserve this, guys. We deserve everything that's happening to the Dodgers right now. We have been waiting for too long. We've only won 3 World Series in the last, 1988 to 2024. That's, trying to do the math here. That's 36 years, only 3 World Series, right? And then before that, 81? So it's been like not very much. And I think the Dodgers are due for a dynasty. They haven't had a dynasty in a long time, and I think it's going to be. I think it's a long time coming. This is the opportunity for the Dodgers to really be the star teams for the next few years, right? This is their time, and I think that's why people are angry, and they're like, they're hating on us. They're saying that we're cheating, we're taking advantage of the rules and the deferred money. I mean, it's a little boring, but to hear all those arguments or the dumb comments we heard from one of the worst owners, Hal Steinbrenner. Talking about how that baseball can't keep up with the Dodgers. I mean, it's absolutely insane, right? Because think about it. The Yankees are, $7 billion, right? They're worth $7 billion. I mean, it's absolutely crazy that they say they can't keep up with the Dodgers spending. It's crazy. I mean, how can you say that? They're worth more than the Dodgers, and they're saying they can't keep up with the Dodgers. It's crazy. And those comments, are just shows you how dumb the rest of baseball is when it comes to this. And they're just not knowing how to maneuver when it comes to signing players and deferring money. They just don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. The majority of you guys remember watching Moneyball, that awesome movie with Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill? That is exactly what baseball is right now. And that's unfortunate. The Dodgers aren't. See, the Dodgers are not that at all. They are, way above all that. Sure, maybe they've gone a little bit too far with the analytics and stuff like that, but the Moneyball is basically what a lot of teams are. They're dinosaurs when it comes to how they do stuff, and remember, that's why in Moneyball they had to kind of update stuff. But that's what the majority of these teams are, just dinosaurs. They don't know what they're doing, and the Dodgers are the new thing. They are the new way of winning, and teams are just not catching up. They're not catching up, and that's a problem, right? That's a big problem, to say the least. That's we're gonna have to figure that out. We're gonna have to, the other teams are gonna have to figure it out, and they're gonna have to catch up because they hate us because they ain't us, right? LC says the matchups. I think you're talking about the Cardinals. Yeah, obviously they don't want to match up against us. Robin hates the Cardinals. Yeah, I hate the Cardinals too. See, the Cardinals, sure, they might have whatever the Cardinal way, but they're really annoying. Their fans are, the worst. My says, how many players have made it known they want to play for the Dodgers? Competition will be fierce this year because many players want to be noticed to be selected in free agent deals. Anyone agree? Yeah, a lot of players want to play for LA, especially after we won the World Series, right? I mean, I think that's a given. I mean, when we win the World Series, everybody is gonna want to come to LA. That's what's going on, and I think it's that's a good thing, right? Because look at the issues other teams have. They can't get anybody to come to their team. They can't get nobody to come to their team. Nobody. The team just down south, the Angels, they can't get anybody. Nobody wants to go there, right? Nobody wants to play in Anaheim, right? Even though they have Mike Trout, and even though they had Ohtani for all those years, nobody wanted to go there. So even Ohtani left the Angels, right? I mean, so that's everybody wants to come here. I do agree they're also going to try to hit gold. So knowing, they're going to try to hit gold, That's going to be for sure. Jack Clark still haunts me, talking about, of course, the Cardinals before my time. Should the Astros still be the Astros the most hated team? Robin saying, well, the Astros are the most hated team by us because they cheated us of a World Series, right? I mean, that's a given. The Astros cheated the Dodgers of a World Series. They cheated us. 2017, we would have won the World Series if the Astros had not cheated. The Astros cheated. And the Major League Baseball, Rob Manfred, the worst commissioner in sports, did nothing about it. Maybe taking the World Series away would have been too harsh or impossible because of lawsuits and all that. But here's what Rob Manfred should have done. He should have suspended the Astros from playoff baseball for 2 years. He should have done that. He should have had the balls to say, we are going to suspend the Astros for 2 years. They're not going to go to the playoffs, playoff ban, and that's it. Because the Astros didn't get banned, and look what they did. They kept going to the playoffs. They kept going to the championship series. They ended up winning the World Series again. They went to the World Series in 2019. And that's all because Rob Manfred didn't do his job. So he's the worst. I hope this guy gets fired. I've been saying it for years. I don't know why he's still there. Terry says teams now know the Dodgers need to dump players for roster spots. So now they're circling like Dodgers. Yeah, that's what's happening right now. They're going to try to grab players from us, and Chris Taylor. We didn't even get a chance to talk about him. We'll talk about him more as the days goes along, but I think he's going to get traded. I think Chris Taylor's on his way out. I think the Dodgers are, they've been trying to shop that guy for a while, and yeah, I think he's on his way out. I think the Dodgers are going to have to trade him, and they don't really need him, right? They got a lot of other players, and I think he's been on a decline, and it's been rough, right? We got about a few minutes left here in the stream, so I'm just going to run through the comments here. I want to thank everybody who's been watching, liking the video, subscribing. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. We have the best fan base, right? We clearly have the best fan base because of the way this channel's been growing, and I want to thank everybody for their support for sure. Um, Rich says, I also agree. Teams have money, are the best owners, not afraid. We have best owners, right? We don't have one. We got owners. Get Webbles, I love it. Dodger fan for life, for sure. Preseason in '88, Lasorda said 88. I feel it in my bones. Yeah, well, Tommy Lasorda, rest in peace. He's watching us from Blue Heaven. What a guy. I wish he was still managing the team, but that's another story. Um, Former players want to return so badly because they're a great organization. My heart broke twice. Jason Hayward releases. That was good. Well, we had to let Jason Hayward go, and JT, yeah, that hurts. That really hurts. Corey Seager was leaving, was a sad day. Yeah, I would have never let Corey Seager go too. That's for sure. Look at where Gavin Lux is at. He's on the Reds. Gavin Lux is on the Reds, and Gavin Lux was supposed to be Corey's replacement, and it never turned out. And yeah, that's a rough one. Corey Seager is a baseball legend, winning the World Series MVP with us and the Texas Rangers. Think about that. Who's done that? Very hard to do. So Corey Seager is a baseball legend. He's a future Hall of Famer. I wish nothing but the best to Corey with the Texas Rangers. Of course, not when he's playing the Dodgers. I hope he goes 0 for 12. But any other day, he can hit 50 home runs. But Corey Seager is a baseball legend. He's severely missed. And Justin Turner, too. JT, we miss JT. That guy was so fun to watch. He had the best energy. He always had a smile on his face, which was obviously he was such a warm guy, right? I think that's what I think fans really liked. He was just a warm person. He was such a nice guy, and I really miss him too. Brian, I got a lot of comments to run through. Go real quick. Brian said that sucked. That was a Game 7. Yeah, I wasn't there. I've never been to a World Series game, but I watched on TV, and yeah, it was bad. Yankees cheated too. Yeah, they always cheat. Red Sox cheat. Everybody's cheating. They're all cheating to beat us, right? That's the truth. Astros are forever shaded. Yep, that's for sure. Fire Manfred for SETR77. Yeah, fire Manfred. Get rid of him. Hope Chris doesn't get traded. I think he is going to get traded. Judge cheated too. That's for sure. Dodgers Digest and this has to be your go-to channel. The other guys, no, you got to stay here. we're number one. That's for sure. The other guys don't know how to. They're boring. Come on, they suck. But anyway, Brian says Adrian Beltre was another hard one to see go. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I was a little kid, but I remember. He was a little old. He was older though, but he was a fun player. Totally remember him. It was a fun time. Padres got more whole, but that's for sure. But anyway. I want to thank everybody. We're coming to an end here. It's been a fun hour talking baseball, talking Dodgers. We even talked about the Fire Aid Festival, and yeah, that's what it's about here. Talk about anything. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, the Mike Nelson Show on Instagram. I got all the updates there and all the stuff that's going on with the channel. And yeah, every Friday morning, 9 a.m., we're going to be doing this for the next few weeks until the season starts. And then when the season starts, we're going to be switching over to probably another day, or we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of live streams here. And then we're going to be also, doing a lot of, watch-alongs, right? So I'm going to be probably doing most of those watch-alongs. So, yeah, you'll be, Dodgers are playing. You'll have a place to go listen to the game and get my talks, get my points of view. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, My. Thanks, Robin. Thanks, Cesar. Thanks, everybody who's watching. See all the comments there. Thanks, Bearded. And thanks, Robin. Yeah, so I'm gonna close this out. Have a good day, everybody. And as always, let's go Dodgers. Woo!